So, hello, Taurus, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racy, and I'm going to be giving quite a message for you today. For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, please understand I have no filter. I don't sugarcoat my messages. So if it's not your thing or you have kids around and you just don't appreciate, messages like that, then, I'm very respectful of that. I'm giving you the opportunity to sign off now. But the reading that I just got, the cards I just got for Taurus and Taurian energy, listen, there's a reason why the universe would have me record this reading so late into the month of November. And hindsight, for you to understand what November was about, it required the clarity of hindsight. The first card is the past is over. The past is over. It is the affirmation that Spirit would like to drum home. The past is over. Now, if you think of Taurian energy and what's going on there right now, it's Uranus retrograding. And if we think about the month of November, that new moon we had in Scorpio was completely opposed Uranus. Exactly. And with the moon cycle card, Archangel Haniel is the archangel of grace, flow, surrender, and mercy. It says, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize on these energies. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestation. Uranus retrograding in Taurus. Uranus is about higher perspective. It's about higher consciousness. Our quote-unquote 5D self, right? That's Uranus. It's retrograding in Taurus. We've had a stuck perspective about our realities, right? Taurian energy. A stuck perspective. Perspective gets into the crown chakra, which is in reverse. The crown chakra in reverse is that stuck perspective where we feel far away from our higher self, where we don't understand the higher self and why we are manifesting what we are in our realities. This is clarified, the crown chakra in reverse, clarified by the Emperor, the Moon, and Death, which is effectively 494 as a synchronicity. You may have been getting those syncs with 9s and 4s. This is about the Emperor, the divine masculine aspect of the self, our ability to choose actions. What actions are we going to take? What actions are we not going to take? What action yields 100% win-win result and which do not? Which way do I suffer and witness the least suffering? The least. Did I say that right? Which path do I and others suffer the least on? Is there a path where no one suffers? Possible. Of course the answer is yes, but we believe that the answer is no sometimes. And we take actions based on the possibility that there may not be a win-win where everyone ends happy. And there is. There always is. What we're facing in our ability to choose is the inner child wounds with the moon, the disillusionment in the subconscious, or the unconscious way we manifest, predetermined beliefs that stem from past pain, whether it was experienced or witnessed in the experience. And that has to transform with the Death card. This is the child of great transformers. This is our light becoming the ruler of our ability to change by transforming the way we perceive our wounding. Now, if that sounds complicated, that's why Spirit said don't even worry about it, because you've already gone through it at this point. If you're catching this in divine time, you already have gone through this and realized that something had to give. At the beginning of November, Taurian energy, something in the subconscious way you believe about yourself and what you're capable of creating with your actions had to shift. You had to realize how you're manifesting, how your reaction to things triggers the ball that rolls and follows. Shifting your reaction to whatever it was presented in front of you. The impossible solution to find. Where's the win-win? It's impossible. No. Scorpionic energy, right, with that new moon that we had, was all about manifesting from rebirth. And it was focused on the stuck perspectives about our life. And so prior to this halfway mark in the month, right, where we have the 9 of Cups, the dreams coming true, it's the wish fulfilled card, clarified by Justice and the Queen of Cups. Clarified by Justice and the Queen of Cups. This is the daughter of the Lord of Truth and the Queen of the Throne of Waters. The Lord of Truth meets the Queen of Waters, which is love, right? It's love, energy, it's emotional energy and depth. The Queen of Cups is the epitome of I love you, and therefore you can love everything that witnesses you, and vice versa. Love ripples, right? The Queen of Cups is all about love ripples. I love you and trust that you will love me back. The Queen of Cups, this is justice to that. This is the dreams come true card. So this huge block in perspective, right, that we had going into November is completely shifted by the time the new moon hit. Whatever the block was in the perspective ceased. Everything healed. We have the heal card, which is the star card. Everything healed. The chains were broken. The 3 of Wands, this is about the journey. This is established strength. This is the 3 of Wands. It's the Lord of established strength. You have found how strong you are because you have freed yourself of a perspective that was causing you pain or suffering in some way, whether it was mental pain and stress, whether it was emotional pain and suffering. It doesn't matter if it was a stress on your time, a stress on your psyche because it was making you fucking crazy. It doesn't matter. Whatever the block was that was allowing that to persist shifted, and that stopped. And when that stopped, and you could see in the Spread Your Wings card with the 2 of Wands, there's actually a beam of white light and sparkling light coming in through her crown chakra as she's walking a path of light to the source of light itself. You are on your path to your greatest light. Taurian energy got the biggest shift it could get in this lifetime with all of the other factors taken into account. Like the crazy shit that we're witnessing with planets like Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter and Capricorn. It's the only time they're going to be around like this for centuries. It's our lifetime. It's the only time we'll see this kind of huge transformation in the energy, and it's hit. The biggest stuck perspectives about our reality and how we create in it are coming to the fore. With the 2 of Wands, right, clarified by the Blasted Tower, Temperance, the 4 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. is spreading your wings, the crossing of the threshold, realizing you have taken the first step on the path to the rest of your life. There was everything that you created and everything that you experienced before this transformation and everything that you will witness and experience after it. It is a milestone for Taurian energy and those with it in their lives in those respective houses and dynamics and however it falls. It was the shift, the reality shift of your life. The Tower is the epiphany. It is the dissolution of all the previous structure that was in place, causing the blocks, causing the instability, causing the suffering, the unworthiness. It is alchemizing with temperance to create the Four of Wands, which in a twin flame dynamic is union energies, not just with your partner, but within yourself. That you have found the agreeance between your mind and heart, the space where they're happy together, choosing things, to create a new solid foundation with the Ace of Pentacles. It's the solid foundation, the initiation into a solid foundation. Taurus. If this reading has caught you in divine time, I would argue that you have absolutely gone through the worst of it and that the worst of it is over now. Literally, the past is over. On the back of the card, if I pull this card up, the back of the card it says, "This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment." No matter where you are, or who you're with, or what you're doing, or what the choices are in front of you, enjoy everything you're doing. Because if a part of it is not enjoyable, there is a part of your mind and your heart that are not in agreement. They're not in that happy space where they're creating together, which means something will always have to give. It will always ripple more imbalance. If something's off, something it doesn't feel good, whatever you're doing, is creating a sense of stress, mentally, emotionally, psychically, it doesn't matter. Do something else. Don't persist. Don't be in the Taurian shadow of being stubborn. No, this is what I'm doing. No, this is what I'm choosing. And if you don't like it, I don't care. While you're sitting there pissed or frustrated or annoyed, being annoyed and frustrated doesn't feel good. That person that you just snapped on, declaring you're going to do what you're going to do anyway, not caring about them, especially if you do actually care about them, or they're a person that, considers you in life. It doesn't feel good to know that you upset them. They don't feel good being upset. So there must be another choice. Maybe you don't have to do what you're doing, or maybe it would be more beneficial to have a conversation with that person about the importance of what you're doing and that their strengths are required in that time to handle it. Because you don't want to be in a position where you feel you can't focus on what you need to focus on when you're focusing on it, because that's what you need. Help them find a solution so that the problem doesn't reoccur or persist. And it's okay that whatever you were doing maybe had to wait this time, because you took the time to ensure that wouldn't happen again unless certain, exceptions were made, because certain things are priority over that by default, like life or death situations, or the house is burning down, or we need to go to the hospital. Whatever it is, there are always going to be certain priorities that will always stop what you're doing. But this is about not being so stubborn in our old way of thinking that says I'm not capable of being better when I'm called to be better. It's great that I am who I am, but when I'm called to be better, I can heed that so that I always create better and what I would love to stay consistent. It's a complete perspective shift. You don't have to be one or the other. You can be both. And both is better than one or the other. So, Taurus, super proud of you on a soul level. No matter how Taurus falls on your chart, super proud of you. God knows Taurian moons and Taurian south nodes and, Taurus Mars and all this other stuff, might have had it rough with the placements going on in there. Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter placements, and Taurus, depending on what's in your chart and where it falls. You went through some huge transformations in those areas. You couldn't help yourself. It was a part of divine flow, right? Archangel Haniel is like, hey, it's just the flow. It's okay. We're just helping you grow. We're just helping you evolve your perspective, because it's your perspective that creates your entire reality. It's what's going to affect the building of the rest of your life. So we're making sure it's fucking blessed and it feels blessed and it's moving forward with a blessed perspective. That it's grateful for all that it's been through to get to this understanding, to light that crown chakra up and open it to your highest good and the highest good of all who cross you in this life. That it would leave such a beautiful imprint on your soul that should you reincarnate here, you would never forget what it was like to be and feel in this beautiful perspective in this life, that you will always take it with you and share it and ripple it with others. That's the equivalent of what you've just gone through. And that's huge. So, with that said, Taurus, amen to that. Divine Rebel Racy is signing off. Much love to all of you always. Remember to love each other and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, everybody.